Hey everyone, today as you have asked, we are reviewing the follow through legendary perk, which you can see right here. It's gonna increase your range sneak attack damage to a target by 30%. Well, it's gonna be, depending on which rank you got, because it's 10% on first rank, 20 on second, 30 on my third rank, and 40 at the maximum rank for 60 seconds. Before you ask, no, these are not live with the game yet. We are on the public test server, which is available on PC from the Bethesda launcher that you need to download, and with that you will get a future implementation of the game in order so that you can actually check them out and give feedback to Bethesda. But right now we are reviewing this to see how it actually does, because this is something to come, and this is quite powerful. Let's just say that, because if you don't already know, sneak commando builds especially are really powerful, and since you are basically shooting a target consecutively over and over again until they die, an extra 30% damage deal is actually bigger than 30% because of how the damage reduction thing works, is really OP. So this is, I think, even on a character that's not really built for sneaking, is gonna be just really strong, and you will see why. But right now we are, trying it out as it was intended with a stealth commando build pretty much, and that I have on my other character. And just a heads up, the reason I'm not using the 4th rank on this character, which I only have 180 levels for, is that because you would need another 200 points to level it up, so that's a total of 450 to level it up from rank 1 to rank 4, which I did not have even at level 180. So yeah, you will see how bad this grind is. And no, I did not spend off my points on any other perks. These are all just the standard perks that you can get with rank 1. So yeah, we are doing it with a 30% one right now, but it doesn't really matter how much percent. It's basically just to actually see how it works, and if it works at all. So right now we are here at the West Tech Research Center down at the Savage Divide. And the reason we are here, and the reason why I'm using a pipe gun, is because this is not that strong, even though it's bloodied. And these guys are tanky as hell. But as you will see, even they go down in a few shots. So first of all, let's see the West thing. I'm on a torso shot. 128. 181. So you can see that's actually more than 30% damage, and that's kind of weird to explain, but the reason why this happens is that it's not actually increasing the damage received by the target by 30%, but instead it's increasing your damage output by 30% on the target, which means that since you have higher damage, you penetrate more of their armor and thus increasing your damage further. So this is actually the kind of stronger implementation of the two increased damage variants. And without that, as you can see, that's actually the same damage. And that's not because it's bugged, because as you can see now, it's actually more damage. Basically, this effect needs to kick in. If you are hitting them too fast, one after the other hit, the effect won't actually kick in. It needs like a small, I don't know, it's a bit laggy, so to speak. See, that also wasn't enough. But now, 171. It needs about like half a second to tick in. And that's why you shouldn't just meg enemies down, but maybe hit them once and then hit them again a bit later. Don't worry, I'm in caution. They won't hit me, probably. And yeah, those are a few things that you need to take into consideration. One more thing that you might be interested in, by the way, before we go any further, whether, dealing damage in sneak and then going out of sneak will still keep your damage increase or not. Because, it's kind of ambiguous the way they word it. So let's try it with the laser weapon. I'm gonna shoot them outside of sneak to see how much damage I deal to them by default. Then I hit them in sneak to get the damage rank up. And if I go out of sneak again and hit them again, we'll see what damage I do afterwards that. So, first, 45. I go into sneak, I'm in caution. 135 and 61. So yeah, it looks like, even if they detect you after you have shot them in sneak, the effect still retains itself. But now, as always, keep that in mind that these things might change by the time this actually gets onto the, live build of the game. And yeah, basically that's why you need to keep it in mind that all that you see here is up to change. They might change the effect, how it works, they might change the percentage increase, but right now I don't expect them to change it, given where their focuses are. And so we are very much likely that we'll get the same perk into the game, but if not, I'll make a video and update this there. But yeah, as you can see, it's quite overpowered. And there we go, that was enough of a time to trigger the effect. Yeah, this is especially against something like a Scorch Beast Queen. This is gonna be really, really powerful. But yeah, I think that pretty much wraps everything up. One more thing that you might have a question about is whether it works for others. So, if you hit somebody sneak, does it trigger like a tenderizer perk that everybody deals more damage to the target? And sadly, I cannot test that because on the private test or public test servers, you cannot actually join friends or have them join you properly. And that's why I cannot ask anybody to help me out. I don't really count on randoms to tell me the damage numbers and whatnot. So we'll see about that when it actually comes live and I'll be able to test it with others. But for now, I think even if you don't use it with friends, this is still a really, really powerful perk to have. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed and found it informative, and I'll see you next one. Goodbye.